Welcome to the Music Round Table with your hosts,
Clint,
Lyle,
Vicky,
and me, Kim, where the only opinions that matter is our own.
So hard.
You understand women's brains start to go fucky-wucky at this age, and that we can't remember what we even did 5 minutes ago, let alone which songs are our favorites from all time, because there's lots, and I'll hear them and I'll go, yes, I love that one. Yeah. Huh?
one. I think that would have been good in the podcast.
What?
He already hit
the whole thing about women's brains being fucky-wucky?
Yes.
I didn't realize he hit record.
He did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay.
It's in there.
Because he was smiling at me because I was like, shit, he's recorded this already.
I've gotten better.
I was going to mention it, but I figured you already noticed.
I can tell when he does it because he just gets this little quirky smile. And I was like, Lyle, press the button. He's trying to do it now without us noticing.
No, that's great. That's what I want him to do. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is golden stuff. Make sure it's on the podcast.
It's on there. Yeah.
It's in there.
But that with our brain fogs, this is a very difficult question.
So the question is, which of course, these deadly reels that get played on social media. One guy was asking people randomly, what's their favorite song of all time?
Right.
So I decided, well, let's ask the rest of the crew, what's your favorite song of all time?
And we said, fuck you, Lyle.
Okay. First of all,
Disclaimer.
for people outside of this,
so sorry.
You remember when you're in high school and you come in and you're into class and all of a sudden the teacher's like, guess what? Pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
This is what
today.
this is.
This is how
There
this
was no
feels
planning. We didn't know about it until he sat down at the table, and we're just like, you said what?
Yeah, it was a change of ideas.
Ideas, yes.
Yeah, we have things scheduled
For a reason.
that we want to talk about, research and stuff. So there's a certain topic that some of us had started to actually do some research on, and they go, "Oh yeah, we're not doing that today. Instead,
We're doing this." Oh God! And then that's when PTSD states, what's the Sifson? I don't know what you want to call it. And you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So anyway, can you pick a favorite song of all time?
No.
Like
No.
what?
All time, no.
It'd be easier to pick
Heck
one that
no.
you hate.
That's right.
That would be way easier than one that of all time. Like Vicky and I were saying earlier before we recorded, when we were bitching about the fact that we had to do this one. It's in those earlier years, we have lots of different ones that we love and we listen to, and that stick out in just general of what music we like. And then as you come nearer to these years, there's less. So it might be easier for us to pick those
that we don't like,
because
or-
the ones that we don't like, but even just say in the last 5-10 years, it might be easier to pick one that we like out of what we know of those years. Because if you went through all of the music we like, no, that would be really difficult.
Okay, so instead of going all time,
Sure.
can you pick maybe a song from decade?
From a decade, which decade?
You can just go 60s, 70s, 80s. Pick one from the 60s. Can you pick one?
California Girls
Okay, there you go.
Oh.
by the Beach Boys.
Oh,
Though
that is
technically,
good.
well, actually, technically it's 60. It was originally released in 65, apparently. But the album that it was on wasn't released until 74. So,
But still, okay,
but still.
technically it would be the 60s.
yeah.
I picked one.
From the 60s?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is when I was on the phone, wasn't it? You
No,
bastard.
I already had this.
that is when Vicky was writing most. That was Vicky was writing most of her notes.
Because I heard you when I was in there. I would hear you go, "What? Oh shit!" And I was like, "What is going on there?" Because you guys were outside.
Yeah.
I was on a phone call, so I didn't get any time to look at anything.
Vicky's written about 3 pages. Apparently, Lyle has this
Page and a
stuff.
half. Come on.
Page and a half.
Wow. Okay. Well, was this notes or is this?
No, that's
something
just my
else.
chicken
Well,
scratch, yeah.
That's his chicken scratch.
Okay. Because I know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a page and a half over the decades.
You were
that
writing
I
a
have.
lot. You apparently have this stuff in your head.
Yeah, before I came, obviously.
You started writing things, and I just have a bunch of things
I
written down.
wrote down bands. I didn't even write down songs. I was just like, I don't even know where to start with this.
So I'll pick from the 60s. So I'm thinking
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower, which happens to be a cover of a Bob Dylan song, but his version is better.
That's fair. That's a good one.
There's probably more, like I can listen to the Beatles stuff, but that
I was going to say Beatles. That's what I was going to
go.
go with. Was this in the 60s? The Beatles for sure, but I don't know which song.
Well, there's so many.
There's so many.
Penny Lane. There's Let It Be. There's
I'll go with
Yeah.
Let It Be.
I was going to say Let
Yeah.
It Be is
There you go.
probably one I
Or
think
Hey
the
Jude
Beatles
or
would probably be the first.
Oh,
I
Hey
think of.
Jude though too. Oh no, so now you just went and screwed it. I was I had one.
You can't.
I had one, or an Elvis song even would be.
Okay, well,
Oh,
yours even.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to say from the 50s.
Right?
Well, you could say from the 50s then.
For Elvis?
Well,
Or
because
for-
he came in the 50s,
He
right?
did, yeah.
But if
Elvis,
you're
you gotta
picking the
look at-
decade,
Oh my
it doesn't matter. It
gosh,
could
I
be in
didn't
the
even
decade.
look at the 50s.
I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves.
Right? I used to listen, my
Let's
parents
see.
had a couple of tapes and it was like 50s and 60s songs and I used to listen to them all the time.
Oh, totally. Let's see. Hit songs of the so okay. So satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. Rolling Stones.
That would be 60s.
Yep, 65.
Oh my gosh, there's so many of these that I know.
Holy crap! Brown Eyed Girl.
Welcome to our
Oh,
podcast
yeah.
where
You
you're
know what?
listening
That
to
would
us
probably be my
scrolling the
favorite.
internet.
Yeah,
That
Brown
would
Eyed
probably
Girl.
Brown Eyed Girl would be my favorite.
Yeah,
from the 50s.
so good. Van Morrison, 1967.
Yeah.
The Sound of Silence, Simon and Garfield.
No,
Garfunkel,
no,
sorry.
no, no,
Wow,
Disturbed's
no.
version. Nope.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. It came out though in 64.
Yeah, that
We
that,
can
that,
talk about alternates at another time.
No, I know, but
good
like,
too.
I'm sorry. It, like, yeah, the Disturbed version gives me chills every time I listen to it. I can't listen to the original one. That one's just like, no.
Oh,
It sounds different. It
girl.
sounds wrong to you
Yes.
now?
My Girl is good.
Are you looking at 60s or 50s?
This is 60s.
Oh, okay.
Are you looking at the 50s?
I was looking at
Let's look at
50s.
the 50s. Okay.
Buddy Holly.
Oh, Buddy
Name-
Holly.
Okay,
Damn
name
it.
some of the songs from Buddy Holly, and I'll tell you which one.
Peggy Sue.
Yeah, Peggy. Sue.
Yeah, Peggy Sue. There you go.
Oopsie.
There's just something about that song. Okay.
See, now you're
Peggy
just
Sue.
grabbing
Peggy
things
Sue.
up. Oh, I'm going to do this.
Peggy Sue.
One, to answer your question the simple way, can you name one? No,
No,
I can't.
we can't.
No,
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 we can't.
no.
Okay.
Sorry, Scarlett. No, not
Hound,
doing it. No.
Hound Dog, Elvis Presley, 1956.
Yeah.
Remake.
Jailhouse Rock. No, well, I mean, yes,
Yeah,
but
that's-
Johnny Be
Elvis-
Good.
Johnny Be Good, yes.
Chuck
Yeah,
Berry.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
There is a
Elvis.
lot.
Don't Be Cruel. Why Do Fools Fall in Love? That's a really good song. See, these are all from our parents, right?
Yep.
I Walk the Line, Johnny Cash.
Earth Angel.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Okay. How about 70s then? We'll get out of
We're not
this.
done in the 50s. One
There's
second.
there's so many songs like the stuff
There
we
is.
grew up with, and
See,
Yeah.
stuff that played on Senile 650.
what I,
People can pick a favorite song though, like that. They're our favorite all time.
Good
People
night,
I
can
don't
do that.
understand those
I can't
people.
do that because
No.
I think we're
have
we're
too
fans
much-
of music. We know too
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
We know too
We
much. You
we
must
know too
die.
much music. We know too many bands, too much music.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
a very wide range in our
Yes.
Repertoire?
Yes.
Like it doesn't like genres. Like
No.
we can't.
Like, even,
It's hard.
Like, there's so, like disco, even. The Bee Gees.
right?
Love the Bee Gees.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, yes.
but you could take the Bee Gees even before the disco because they had
Oh,
their
totally.
they had their whole career before the disco music
Yeah,
movement.
I just
so.
in general the Bee Gees. Love the Bee
The
Gees.
Eagles.
The Eagles.
Like Hotel California is one of
Yes.
my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
One of my all-time
One of your-
favorites. Not the all-time
See,
favorite.
this is the thing,
One
right?
One of my
Yeah.
all-time
So-
favorites.
We had the question last season, I guess you could say, about our
The
all-time
albums.
favorite
Favorite
album.
album. Yeah.
Still get in trouble for this
Right?
one.
We couldn't answer that.
No.
So this is because of that question. I figured, well, let's see if we can pick a favorite song.
I got lots of favorite songs.
Yep.
Your
Just
favorite song
lots.
of all time.
I can't.
Nope.
I just can't.
No,
because
like
there's too
I
many.
can't isolate it to one. I can't
No.
isolate it to decade. Like I can give you certain artists, certain songs, and give you reasons why I like that song, but it doesn't make it my ultimate favorite song because I love all my songs.
Yeah, because if there's
Yeah.
like if you kind of said earlier, oh, is there a song that you listen to on the radio that you just wouldn't turn off?
Yes,
Like
that's
there is so many, and like I said earlier, Clint got in trouble because he turned off the car during Bon Jovi.
During the Bon Jovi song, how dare he?
He made a mistake. I don't. There's so many. I just can't. And if I'm singing in the car, he usually knows better than to turn off the car.
My mind was elsewhere. Sorry, I
I know.
was
You're
focused on
playing
where we were
It's one
doing.
mistake in
It's
how
one
many
mistake.
years? Yeah.
well
One
One
of many.
music-related mistake.
in over 30
One,
years. Yeah.
one
Yeah.
mistake in the last day.
That's a topic for another.
This is the counseling sessions brought to you by Bubbly water.
Yeah. There we go.
That was the last episode it was supposed to be.
I know we didn't bring it
Last
up
one
in the Michael
recorded.
Bublé one. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, Sweet Home Alabama is another one that I absolutely
so
love.
good. Yeah, because like
Okay,
there's
so that'd be
different ones.
70s still,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm
I couldn't
thinking-
narrow it down to any more than those two.
in the 70s.
In the 70s.
Okay, let me. I didn't even look at
Okay,
the 70s.
I'll say Achilles' Last Stand by Zeppelin.
Meh.
And Clint's keeling over from a heart attack.
I know that's an obscure one. That's probably not one of their.
I say, I don't think I
mean-
know
Well, no.
that one.
I just, you know,
But I don't
Led
remember listening to
Zeppelin.
a lot of
I
Led
don't
Zeppelin
know.
when I was young.
Like, I like Led Zeppelin.
Like I got two Zeppelin ones down for various reasons. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, Kashmir is just the
Damn it.
just the intro. See.
Oh yeah, that's
That
the
one's
ultimate,
good.
right?
The intro on Kashmir, just there's something like every time I hear that song, just chills. I love that song.
Yeah.
So that's that. Now, obviously, huge fan of John Bonham. So Moby Dick is
Yeah,
my
okay.
other
Okay.
Yeah.
I
other
know that
all-time
one.
favorite one. Doesn't mean like the thing is yeah, you mentioned Stairway to Heaven and Achilles' Last Stand and Diamond Days. And, like I could go on and on and on because I like all the songs. It's
Okay,
just
so
Yeah.
I'm looking at the 1970 hit songs and
Well, there's
Meh.
Supertramp. Take the Long Way Home.
That's a good one. I remember hearing that a
they
lot
were
when I was
children
very
of
little.
the 70s. Everything
Yes.
that we know,
I know, but there's
was
nothing-
influenced from the 70s.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of some of these though. I'm like, how is that a hit song? I don't even know what that is.
Which one? Which one?
Spill the Wine by War. Indiana Wants Me by Dean Taylor.
What list are you looking at?
It's
Yeah.
the hit songs of 1970s.
Yeah, I can
Let's
see
try,
that.
let me try again.
Well, that was
Let's try this one.
because of
Oh, My
the Vietnam War.
Sharona. Nah,
There you go.
but
There we go.
that's 79. So we're getting into
No, that's
Well, I was
fine.
going to say,
That's
given that
fine.
we were born in the mid 70s,
yes. Okay.
it's not out of the realm of.
Midnight Train to Georgia.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
See, these are songs outside of your wheelset.
More
Oh,
than-
I
smile.
know. I know.
More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Great song.
Great song.
Mm-hmm.
Three times a
You know,
lady.
that is actually what makes this awesome. Is someone here can go at the table and go, awesome song, and someone else can go,
Baby Come Back. Knock Three Times. Oh, that's such a fun song.
Oh,
You know that
yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah.
Knock three times on the window if you want me. Love Will Keep Us Together. Oh, that's a really good song. Do you know that one?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I do.
Well, you love lots of music, and now within this wheelhouse, we're
Within
stepping
the 80s
out.
rock genre.
Oh, there we go. Staying Alive.
There we go.
1977.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
I'm
that
thinking
sounds right.
we like the ends of the 70s, not really the beginnings, because that other list was like the beginning of the 70s, and I'm just like, I don't know these.
Don't know
Well,
those ones,
there's
yeah. It's funny how you kind of skip some years.
Like 5 years,
Elton John.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Funeral for a Friend.
I didn't even have him on my list.
No, oh no.
Paul McCartney when
To
he
be
was
fair,
solo.
this was sprung upon us.
This
so
is
we-
true.
was.
This is
Oh,
true.
how about this one? Bad, Bad Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
Fun song.
Well, you,
Fun song.
you have Paul McCartney when
Yeah.
he went solo, right? Band on the Run.
What year was that though? 80s, wasn't it?
No.
Was it
70s because it was
70s?
with the Wings.
With the Wings.
Yeah, with the Wings. Yeah. John Lennon.
John Lennon. Yes.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That is like one of my all-time favorites. But it's one of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't pick just one.
No.
Okay, 80s now.
Oh, damn it.
Since we're done with the
That's-
70s.
This is the
mean.
hardest
Okay, so
one.
I know we're going through this very quickly, but we'll go back.
So I'm looking at these all different ways and stuff like this. The one that I'm going to bring up is Helix Rock You. Now, I know your feelings on the song and the video, everything like this.
Kim's face was like she'd had a bad taste in her mouth.
Yeah. Now,
Okay, I will sing along to it because it's like ingrained in my brain from you listening to it. But I don't know. There's just something about the band in general that creeps me out.
Now that was watching Good Rockin' Tonight because that was our video source, our music source,
Yeah.
and that you're watching Good Rockin' Tonight. That came on. My brother's older, so you get that influence of music from there, and it was one of those songs when I was a kid that stuck out for me, and at that point in time in my life, that was probably the top song of of my life or whatever at
At
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I still appreciate the song. Obviously, other members at this table
Not so much.
do without that song.
No, I'll listen to it. Not
Yeah.
that I won't listen to it. I'll just be like, okay.
Is it over yet?
Well, it's almost like a bad earworm. You're just like, you still
Oh,
sing
gotcha,
along to
yeah.
you whatever, and
Yeah.
you bounce along to it, but it's just
It's like
oh,
me and
damn
Taylor
it.
Swift and Shake It Off. Like I hear it so much that I know the words that
Because you do it anyways, and
Yeah.
you're just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And earworm is the good thing.
It's
That
an
is
earworm.
one of the ones. Is it's an earworm. It gets into you, and it just
It stays.
It stays. It's there.
Oh, that's another good one. Earworm songs.
Yeah.
Just gonna make a note of that.
See,
Because that is
I'm
the worst.
making notes of songs now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
the
Right?
No, but I
'Cause
mean
this
for
is-
like podcasting.
Because it reminds you of other things that you may not have thought of, right?
well, yeah, and this is the thing because this is when we really got into basically the music was in
Yeah.
the 80s, right? We
Yeah.
discovered 70s, 60s as we were
After.
growing up, but we
Yeah.
really discovered it later.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Right,
we were
'cause we're
little.
older, right?
Yes, that's
So kind of the 80s is going to be, I think,
our epitome.
it's too hard to pick.
It's so hard.
Like, I mean, here, what do we got here? We've got Pour Some Sugar on Me. We've got Sweet Dreams. We've got One More Try. Here I Go Again. Eye of the Tiger. Careless
gosh,
Whisper.
yeah.
Never Gonna Give It Up. Or Give It Up. Give You Up. Giggle. I Want to Dance with Somebody. When Doves
Yeah.
Cry.
Yeah.
Take On Me. Like,
And these were all hits.
Don't Stop
Yeah.
Believing.
Yeah.
Living on a Prayer.
Like,
Billie Jean. There's no
you-
effing way.
The fact you're talking the 80s and the fact that Thriller got mentioned by no one.
Actually, I wrote it down.
Okay.
I've had it written down. I was going to say it. Yeah.
But he had so many in the 80s. So yeah, it would just be okay. So just Michael Jackson's albums in the 80s, like that.
Yeah.
Well, because
It's,
I
it's
had
just like, I had Bon Jovi in there. I had Starship in there. Whitney Houston, like, I Want to Dance with Somebody. I remember in the summer of, I think it was 86, maybe. That was like my favorite song at that time.
yeah. Like I'm thinking.
Remember the 80s?
Well,
Yes,
of
yes, I
course-
do.
Well, Bon Jovi, Born to
Yeah.
Be My Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, off of the Hysteria album, it's I don't know. There's Rocket. There's Pour Some Sugar on Me. There's Gods of War.
Well, that's just it. Like with
like, you
Madonna,
can't
it's
pick
like
them.
whole
There's-
albums.
Oh, whole albums. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Like
just
True
one
Blue
song.
was, I remember I got that for my 12th birthday. That was like my favorite album forever.
Yeah.
I know we're talking like favorite band. Like obviously that's going to be
That's different again. Yeah.
no. Well, the songs that you probably like the most are probably the bands that you from bands that your favorite band or whatever, right? So that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or at that time period that a song hit
Yep.
meant something to you at that time period,
Yeah.
right? So that's your favorite song
For there.
because of that time period.
Yep.
So you have to think about that.
It's
Two.
hard. It's so hard
Yeah.
to like. Yeah, because
I
you
know.
did
When
get-
Doves Cry is still probably my favorite Prince song.
I do like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously your musical tastes will change.
They do, but you still hold on to those ones that you love, right?
Yeah.
You do, like with Leopard now, it's On Through the Night
Yeah.
for me. I can't get enough of the song.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite song by Def Leppard? Well, it's up there, but you know,
It's one of my favorite ones, just on the fact that the first official album was On Through the Night, and the song On Through the Night was on their second album.
Yeah.
I know,
Well, it's like
like,
Bon Jovi and Shot Through the Heart and You Give Love a Bad Name.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
but like when these people they would ask this question, and they were just like, boom, that's the song.
How? How do they do that?
But-
They must not listen to a lot of music.
Well, no, or they could. That's the first song that came to their mind.
I mean, that's fair.
Or
Yeah, but still, like, if you're a music lover, how do you pick just one? I don't,
You
like, I
can't-
don't understand.
What is his name? I can't think of his name right now. C'est la vie. That song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah.
Do I know any other of his songs?
Maybe one or-
what is it?
Robbie
Robert-
Neville, I think.
Was it Robbie Neville?
Yeah, I think-
Maybe
yeah,
one or two
Yeah.
others.
Yeah, I think
So, but that's
Yeah.
I hear that song. I have to listen to it all the way through. I have to sing along to it. Love that song. Do not have any of his albums. And I don't think I would go out of my way and buy it. But love that song. Love and Rockets.
I kind of feel that way
all
about
right.
Extreme, too. Like, there's those couple of songs.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of their albums either.
Do we have any other?
For,
Pornography.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I got Extreme 3.
Yeah, like I said, if anything, that would be the one that I would have.
Yeah, because I remember we had some. I was like, I'm pretty sure we had some, but
Played
it was
the Wounded Bumblebee.
it was really only
Yeah.
bought because
Oh, yeah.
it was bought because of a certain song. So we will listen to. You liked Extreme, and obviously we loved Extreme in that one era, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. It didn't go too far past that. So I mean, like
Okay.
it does kind of happen.
Well, what about the 90s now? Because honestly, the 90s, you're looking at, a band broke through, if you want to call it the grunge era, but I'm
Yeah.
listening to the grunge era now and it just sounds like rock. But
Right?
It
Yeah.
just sounds normal. But is there any songs or from bands that would,
In the 90s?
yeah. Like I've got 2 that I've written down. Increased subject.
What's the one
Still.
where they collaborated together? I love that song.
Lots of people
No,
collaborated.
it was Pearl Jam and
Temple of the Dog.
Temple of the Dog.
Hunger Strike.
Hunger Strike.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good one.
It was really good, yeah.
I
would
know,
listen
I
to
was
it over and
obsessed
over
with
again.
Losing My Religion for a long time, but they had used that song on an episode of 90210 as well.
Yes, that one's good too. Yeah.
And that's the thing
And
with
that were
TV
those
sitcoms.
yeah.
And
Exactly.
They didn't
Goes
just make up
together.
songs. Now they're using actual songs from the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Kind of goes together.
That's how I
Yeah.
kind of got into the Scorpions, actually, too, was because of 90210.
Oh,
So I have Black Rose,
Black
Jealous
Rose.
Again,
Yeah.
Alice in Chains, I Stay
Alice
Away,
in Chains, yeah.
and Pearl Jam, Black.
Love Pearl Jam.
See, I stuck more with the pop, like Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation
Oh, it's
album.
so
Yeah.
good. That whole album
That whole
is
album
so
is so
good.
good.
Yeah.
I was still into Phil Collins.
Yep.
Like, but
Genesis
Seriously was the
and-
one that came out then, his solo album.
Yep.
Wilson Phillips, Backstreet Boys started in the 90s.
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, they're
Belinda
still-
Carlisle, B-52s, Green
Belinda
Day.
Carlisle,
Yeah,
yeah.
Belinda Carlisle, right?
Jeez.
Like,
There's so much.
yeah.
The 80s and 90s, that was our
so many things. Poison,
best-
Motley Crue.
best
They were
decades
still
for
around,
music,
yeah.
Yeah.
Their songs were still being played.
Yep.
Well, at one point, I know hair metal wasn't being played as much as the grunge because grunge
Yeah.
kind of took over.
Oh, Winger.
Same thing. Their career went downhill,
Yeah.
but
But they were still like, it was still like in the late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
right? So,
so 2000s now.
oh God, no. I don't even
I know,
know.
I'm going through the years fast because then we'll talk about these songs and
Lyle sucks. Okay, so.
I don't know. Well, NSYNC started in the 90s, but kind of, late 90s. And then they had their, I don't know if we'd call it their biggest item, because Tearing Up My Heart was on a good album in 97. And then their No Strings Attached, released in 2000, had a lot of good songs on it, too.
Yeah, and it was really early 2000, and then they just
Yeah, and
down.
then just kind of.
We were losing we were losing the boy bands at that point. They're all kind of dropping off.
Well, I think they were being replaced by other boy bands.
They're no longer boys.
well, because country was making it big too in the 90s because Garth Brooks came
Garth
out.
Brooks and,
and then you
yeah,
had
Shania Twain.
Yeah. Oh, I listened to a lot of Shania and a lot of Garth Brooks. I think that was my country era, like the start of it again,
Yeah.
because I had some in the 70s and the 80s, but then 90s, like end of the 90s, early 2000s, it definitely hit. Like there was a lot of country.
Yeah, I got into Faith Hill a lot, too.
Yeah,
During
Tim
that
McGraw,
era. Yeah.
like a lot of country to my husband's chagrin. Especially when our children were singing along to them. He's like, no!
At the very least, you got to like Garth. Come on.
No,
He does. He actually does. He went with me to Garth. He like, yeah.
yeah, no, I don't know
That's
the
one
country
concert I have
songs.
not seen that I really want to see.
If he does it again, we're going. Yeah,
We fluked into that opportunity.
we sure did.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie. She didn't get to go, but she sent me because she knew I loved her. Yeah.
But like since 2000s, like honestly, through
No,
the
are
90s,
you, like
It's
you
hard to
talking
pick.
just 2000 or like 2000?
I'm just going
anything-
2000s because I
Okay.
unfortunately
in the last 25 years.
in the last 25 years.
Okay, well that's what I
Yeah,
want to
like,
know because
what do we
there
wanna
is
teach you?
some songs that I've got influence from my own children.
Kids, yeah.
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 So the one that would come to my mind is "Nightmare from Avenged Sevenfold."
Yes.
so good. They came out 2010, so that's why I wanted to I wasn't.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like I think in 2000, like what you were saying, anything in the newer era, last 25 years, would probably be easy to pick.
Yeah, easier.
Might be easier to pick a song.
well, Nickelback started in the
Well, that's what
2000s
I've
too,
written
right?
down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
their music is just, but having one song is
Yeah.
having one song. It's hard.
I know in 2009, I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas was like, I couldn't stop listening to
Yeah,
that.
they're good. Oh,
I had it for my alarm on my phone
when
actually
did
for a while.
LMFAO come out? LMFAO, because that was another one Kelsey brought in, and we were just like, oh, we love LMFAO. They're so funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're good. Shot,
And
shot,
Will.i.am
shot,
and
shot, shot.
yeah.
Everybody.
See, part of this whole question and stuff like
Wiz
this to
Khalifa.
me is like, if you were stranded on a desert island with one song, what would you pick?
Oh
a
my
bullet
God,
to take
okay.
my brains out because that was just
It comes down in
just
line
one.
with with your favorite album or one song, or it's
Uptown
almost like
Funk.
Oh,
That's another one I couldn't get out of my head for a long time.
it's
Yes.
almost like, what song would you like to get played at your funeral?
Ooh.
One song.
That's dark, dude.
No, but seriously, that's what it.
why
what-
one? This is supposed to be a week-long party.
But that's what I mean. What song
You
would
can
you
pick just
want to
one.
get played?
Are we at that age that we have to write down what songs we want at our funerals? Oh,
We
dear
got long
God.
ways to
No,
go. We got
I
long
know.
ways to go. But that's what I mean. Like, you have one song that
Is your anthem song? Is this
Sure.
what we're going at?
sure.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
She's a crazy bitch.
That was good.
Woo, we almost went and saw them, didn't we? Have you heard that one?
I'm not sure. I might have. Like I
Have
said,
you heard
I'm
that one?
I'm totally bad when it comes to artists and names.
But you don't know. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, we're playing that crazy bitch after we get up.
I know. Okay, yeah.
It's so good.
Isn't that
so
Yeah.
awful.
who
is
sings
it?
it? Is it
Buckeye
it's
Cherry.
Buck Cherry.
Buck
Yeah,
Cherry.
Buck Cherry, Buck Cherry,
Yeah,
Buckeye
okay.
Cherry.
So I
Buck
was
Cherry.
right. Okay.
Yeah, it's Buck Cherry.
Yes, this is the
yeah,
concert we
that-
almost went to.
to, yeah.
This is the concert we almost
is the
went
reason
to.
I like
Yeah.
Buck Cherry is
Up-
because
up,
of that
up
song.
until somebody's like, I'm sick. I can't go.
That
We're
was
like,
me.
no, Lyle, we have to go.
No, you weren't like that because I was sitting there. "Oh, we should go,
was like,
and
no.
you're like, it's a Tuesday night. I don't know. I was just,
Come
"No,
on.
but Lyle wants to go.
And he said
I was
that, and I was
sick.
like, okay, if Lyle wants to go, let's see if anybody wants to go. And then, yeah, you said you're 6. I was like, oh, guess we're not going.
It was a sign.
It was a sign. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I said. It was
Yeah.
kind of
I
like
would've
that
gone.
we didn't. I know you would have gone to anything
Yeah.
and everything.
True.
Yeah. It just
I have
wasn't meant
really
to be.
grown an appreciation for Pink.
I love Pink.
Like so
Amazing.
many. Yeah.
She is like an all-time favorite. I don't even know going back to when. It's since
Early 2000s. Like she did.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I heard of hers was when they redid Lady Marmalade with Christina Aguilera.
oh my
and
gosh, such a
Lil
good
Kim
song.
and
yes,
Maya.
yes.
I think
Yeah,
that
it's
was the
good.
first, and then I kind of started listening after that. But I loved her Beautiful Trauma album.
Yeah.
Like the whole album is just
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, no.
Like
she,
all of her stuff is good, but
she likes her, and like wanted to get you tickets. To
Oh my
the
god!
show.
But I said,
I
do not.
know.
I said, don't you dare. They were like $300
they
a
were
piece. I was
expensive.
like,
I,
I can't.
wanted to go to.
Can't even justify that. I love her, but I cannot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
So
a little
now
bit
that
too
we've
much.
talked about decades, now just songs that you. Since we can't pick a favorite song,
There was an audible eye roll there.
yeah, very much so.
Oh my gosh!
Let's
Like
get
go
killed.
back and
Oh.
mention so many that we haven't mentioned already.
But go back songs. We know we can't pick a favorite one song.
Okay, so what do you want us to do?
Songs that have meaning. Songs
All
that
of them.
you can't live without. Songs
of
that. Just songs that you remember from a certain time, or songs that you need just to hear. Songs that
Again,
have
you know how a
meaning.
woman's mind works lately, right? Like,
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you're asking a lot
I
of
know
us
I'm asking
here.
a lot here, but those are just some ideas of like what that song.
Oh, there's
that
lots
time
of songs that I listen to and they give me the feels. Like
Oh,
old
totally.
stuff like White Snake and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Mr. Big.
Mr. Big. Even, like Bryan Adams, Nickelback. Like
Warrant. Oh,
Yeah, my whole playlist
I listen-
basically that I
yes.
set up.
yeah, everything.
I came across an old recording of a song Randy Travis did that
Oh.
was given to me like ages ago.
Randy Travis.
And I hadn't heard it in forever, but it was like immediately brought me back to that time. And
Yeah.
it's just, there's too many.
Wait, because one song will come up, and that's when I'll go back and I'll play a whole bunch of their
Yeah,
albums. So I did
yeah.
that with Warrant a few months ago. I was just like, I need to hear everything Warrant right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that. Like, kind of went
Exhausted,
down the
right?
nostalgia train and was
Yeah.
playing like Anne Murray and
Yeah.
Crystal Gale and like
Oh,
like
Crystal
old stuff that
Gale.
I remember listening to when we first moved to Canada, like back in
Yeah.
the early '80s.
well, obviously I'm listening to Glass Tiger and stuff, and all of a sudden I'm
Yeah.
playing a bunch of stuff off a Winger pull.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Winger. Yeah.
Winger.
Yeah.
Like two opposite, complete opposite
We went through,
genre-wise.
because we went down a Winger hole the other day or a couple weeks ago.
A couple
remember?
weeks ago, but
Yeah,
yeah,
the Winger rabbit hole.
The
But do you
rabbit hole,
find that happens? Like when
Oh,
all of
yeah.
a sudden you start listening to one song, you got to keep.
Yes, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
just it's almost like wanting a burger for dinner or whatever. Like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm craving.
You
to
haven't
listen
heard
to
this
it.
in so long. Like you
Yeah.
have to go back and revisit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had this was probably a couple of years ago where just one day Poison Native Tongue, I had to listen to that album. Like, go find Spotify or whatever, because I didn't want to bring out my cassette. Went and
It's
found
easier
this.
when it's on a streaming service.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Like, unfortunately, I haven't transferred my cassettes to my
Yeah.
phone. But yeah, no, I needed to listen to the album. Just it's not.
That's a good one too.
It's not necessarily a well-known as much album or whatever, but for some reason I needed to listen to it, and I needed to listen to it in its entirety.
And sometimes you have to listen to it more than once, and then you're
Yeah.
just like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
good. I feel better now.
Yeah.
And you don't know why. It's so
I
bizarre.
feel better now. Have you listened to some of the songs I listened to?
But
Well, just it
But it
fixes
satisfies
that
your
need that you
yeah.
had. Yeah.
Like, pretty much what Lyle was kind of asking on this question, that is kind of what I was doing, is I wrote down some of the songs and stuff, is just certain little ones have that kind of nostalgia or memory or something to it. Just, don't know
Aerosmith is another one.
Don't know why I like
Yeah.
the songs particularly, but for just some aspect of these songs I really like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have one down here that I'm sure you would hate just because of the fact it's instrumental.
Please tell me it's not terracotta pie.
It is not
Jesus
terracotta pie.
Christ.
I like terracotta pie because I know it annoys you.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. He'd
No.
play it and I'd just be like, oh.
Like Rob Zombie, Sawdust in the Blood. It's the intro track to Educated Horses album, which is the first album of his I owned.
I
And
love that album.
I love the album, but you probably wouldn't care for it because this is like, it's just literally an intro thing.
I
and
was
it's
kind of go, where's the rest of it?
it's
Why did
just
it just
instrumental. It's just like some drums.
Yeah.
It's not, and I like it's one of those ones, gives you those goosebumps for the rest of the album coming up. And
Yeah.
I like that song. And that's so like.
See, and
that's-
speaking of instrumental, like I like Kenny G for the most part.
I like Kenny G.
And then there's another artist I found like way back when. His name is Carl Doyle, and he does songs on piano, and that's really lovely too. That I
Yeah.
go back and listen to every once in a while when I just want to something like
Chill out.
calming and whatnot. So, and he's done like everything
Nursery
like from
Rhymes.
Phantom to I don't know what else, but a whole bunch of stuff, Disney and whatever.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
it's pretty cool.
There's just so many. Celine Dion. Mm-hmm. I could listen to Celine Dion for a while. Just to go through all her albums and be like, oh, okay.
Admit it, Mariah Carey, her Christmas album.
I do have it.
Me too.
I don't know why people don't like Mariah Carey. I do like Mariah Carey. I don't have an issue with her. I don't know.
I like her for the most part.
I think
Just
it's
gives me kind of
I
that-
think it's the diva status.
Oh,
of her.
that
I was
part.
gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the whole diva thing that
Yeah.
kind of rubs me the wrong way. But
Oh, totally. But
I like the
singing,
sound of her
yeah.
voice. Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, we have another chat group going, but it was brought up like she asked a question what we thought that she listened to through
Yeah.
high school. And we all tried to answer.
As it turns out, we were all completely wrong.
We were close and wrong all at the same time. But what did you listen to then in
Me?
high school? Yeah.
Are you calling her out because she didn't answer this group?
No, because I'm going to ask everybody.
'cause
I'm just happy to be looking at
I kind of, I didn't answer it because I didn't go to school with you guys, so I didn't know her, right? So all I had said was from what I could kind of see of her now and what she kind of like brought across to me was I thought she was a preppy. But what did I listen to?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
Again, perimenopause brain.
Yeah, dude. Like, so what, like in high school? So like from 87 to 92? Like
No,
that whole
just
time?
in high school. Like from the
That
Yeah,
is
that is high
that is
school.
87 to
Yeah,
92.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Michael Jackson. Definitely like New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys, the Bangles, Bryan Adams. So many people.
She listened to Death Leppard, didn't know who they were.
I didn't know who they were.
Until she met me. Going, oh yeah, I like them.
Well, because there was a
Story of my life.
little dance club in Langley that was called Images. And so
Why
it was
do
a
I know
teen
that?
dance club. So my friend Natasha and I would go there. And that was one of the first songs that I danced with somebody on. And it was, of course, Dirty Dancing was really big then. So we did Dirty Dancing, right? But it was to Pour Some Sugar on Me. And I was like, I didn't know who it was, but I liked the song.
Like the song, yeah.
But there was a lot of things like that my brothers listened to, or my parents listened to, that I was listening to more, right? I was still listening to Elvis and the Beatles and all the, all those kind of things. And then my brothers
Well, it's like, and with Dirty Dancing too, like that whole soundtrack was from the 60s as well, right?
yeah,
For the
yeah,
most part.
100%, right?
Yeah.
And so we listened to a lot of soundtracks. Laura Branigan.
Oh, I remember Laura Branigan.
Okay, Laura
Yeah.
Branigan. Motley Crue. I knew who Motley Crue was. AC/DC. Who else? Oh, who is it? Kevin played that tape forever, all the time. It was a
John Montgomery or
no. What's his name? Johnny Horton. So Johnny Horton was old when he was
You
listening
don't know
to
Johnny
it.
Horton?
No.
In 1816, we took a little trip.
No,
down
I don't
Colonel
know that,
Jackson,
no.
like Mississippi. Took
See,
a
that
little-
one I can actually
Okay,
blame on my dad.
Because Johnny Horton is from Sink the Bismarck. Oh my gosh. So Johnny Horton was born in 1925. He died in 1960. So that kind of gives you an idea of where
Yeah.
his songs were, 1950s. So I don't know where he heard about Johnny Horton, but he got this tape and we listened to that every morning on the way to school, every way home on the way home from school. But my other brother, when he would drive, it was Motley Crue, right? It was like those. So I have a really good appreciation and love Johnny Horton. I also still love Motley Crue. But I don't think I had I was not stuck in a box.
A particular genre or box?
No,
Yeah.
I listened to everything. Yeah.
Okay, Vicky, your turn.
Back in high school, I remember, yeah, like I said, going in, well, starting in grade 7, really, like was Madonna, Whitney Houston,
Oh yeah, them too.
Bon
Yeah.
Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. Yeah.
We always listened to Phil Collins / Genesis, Elton John, Billy Joel.
Yeah, so all the ones that are hits. We liked
Yeah.
all of those. Yeah.
That's what I remember most. And then, like I said, as I got, more into like Def Leppard and listened to more of Bon Jovi and got into the boy bands. Wilson Phillips was big
Yeah.
for me.
Wilson Phillips, love
Right?
Wilson Phillips. Yeah, that's another one.
I was
yeah.
very much a pop / love song in
Yep.
that
We were
category.
teenage girls.
Exactly.
Of course we
Yeah.
liked all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already know what we
Prince
listen to.
Everything.
But I was gonna simplify it. It was pretty much Aerosmith to ZZ Top.
Pretty much.
Right,
Yeah.
from A to Z.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the
That's
60s
good.
all
I
the
like
way. Pretty, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think any of us were in a box.
No.
You couldn't say that we were. I mean, not that you guys would listen
Well,
to the girly shit. Like,
No, like obviously ours was more geared towards the hair metal, hard rock along that lines. Especially
But it,
at
was,
that
but it
time.
wasn't exclusively that. as
No,
well.
but I think
No.
we always tried to find something that wasn't popular or new or.
Oh well, that was the favorite
We
thing
always
though. Is
tried
that
to
was
do
to
that.
find something that nobody else knew about.
Yeah, like a brand new artist like that Slaughter. I remember when they first came.
Slaughter.
We were
That's another
like,
one. So good.
okay, we gotta figure these guys out.
Okay, this is after high school, but I remember listening to Daughtry when they were opening acts for,
Yeah.
I think for Nickelback, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's always fun when you can discover a new band
it's
at that
one
time.
of those things, kids. There used to be these things called record stores, and there used to be like at least 3 of them in the mall, and we spent time at all of them.
Exactly. Because you never know what you might find that the other one don't have.
That's
You know,
right.
other people go to the mall, buy clothes and stuff like this. No, we went from, was it A&A Records, and then we go to
A&B Sound.
Discus and Classicus.
Right.
No, we only got to go to A&B Sound if we had a car because it was in Surrey.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't in
Yeah.
the mall.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was in Abbotsford. So
Yeah.
yeah. We didn't go to Surrey.
Well, we took the bus sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember taking the bus to A&B.
Did we? Oh, no. I
No.
remember usually was in the car, your dad's van.
Yeah.
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 So like,
No,
I think we
I
had
don't
a good
think
mix.
we can. So
No.
No.
no, we have a favorite song probably from every genre or favorite
Every
artist.
band that we like.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
yeah.
from every
There
You
band.
could probably
be-
pick one
I'm
from
sorry.
everybody.
My mind's off. When we mentioned A&B Sound, I remember I stood in like 3-hour line for Boxing Day
For
sale.
Boxing Day sale.
Boxing Day sale to walk out with a Steve Satriani cassette.
Joe Satriani.
Or, sorry, Joe Satriani.
Yeah.
The Extremis, okay?
Wow. You mix the two
And
together.
I think I bought the Metallica video or something like that. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that they had in a clearance bin. It was when Motley Crue had the new singer.
Oh, I remember this.
And
It's so funny.
it was in a clearance bin, and they just had it was
Nobody
all the
wanted
Motley
them.
Crue album.
Like, was it $3 or $5?
Oh, it was, yeah.
It was so cheap. I was like, why is that in there? And you're like, no. We're not buying that. I was like, okay.
All right.
But
But
it's Motley Crue.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's not.
right.
No, it's not.
It is, but it isn't.
So this
See,
is,
I would have appreciation. I would probably go back and buy it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we've been talking about songs, but I watched something. Of course, it's a reel, but it was Jack Black, and he was doing that whole Zeppelin, the one that I shared. Mm-hmm. So he said, if you haven't done this, you have to do this. So this would be applied to any band. But he was talking about Zeppelin was listening to every album from beginning
To end.
right to the end.
Jesus.
One day, whatever.
In
it
one
takes.
day?
Whatever it takes. Like if it takes 2 days, whatever.
I was going to say, it
I was
might
going to
take
say, Bon Jovi
So-
would take a couple
forever.
days.
Just their freaking
I know we've been
box set.
talking-
My God.
Songs, but this is albums. But
Albums.
Challenge.
It's a
Try it.
challenge to try and do it?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try it, but yeah.
Where would you even start?
Just
Did-
pick a
did-
band.
Pick
You
a
start
band
right at the
and start.
beginning, and you listen to every single one of their releases.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we could try that.
That's great for the
Trying to
ones
think
that
of the
I
bands
own.
that's fairly
It's a
new.
little it's a little difficult when you have some of the streaming services because they don't let you play some of them in order.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because subscribe to Spotify. So
I'm cheap.
Yeah, you pay for it. We don't.
yeah. So, but
Yeah, Spotify likes to be random.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes you pick an artist.
Yeah.
And then it starts throwing other artists in there.
Yeah,
That are
the
similar,
same
exactly,
person, and
yeah.
you're like, what the
So
hell
it's
is that?
like because I think it was when we were doing one of the research. I think it was when we were doing Brian Adams. I was trying to. That's what I was trying to do. Is I was trying to
from
listen
beginning
album
end,
to
and it
album.
didn't
Yeah.
work.
yeah.
And then it's like, I know this isn't on that album, and I just want to listen to this album.
Well, then we
Yeah.
had to
Okay.
go to our real albums, and
Yes, I had to actually bring out the CD
Yeah.
player. And,
Just an idea if you want to do it,
we can try
but
it.
and then you could really.
oh, gee, Homer, do you want to listen to music? Yes.
Oh, never.
But it's an idea. Then you really appreciate the songs or your favorite songs from that.
Well, you might hear
artist.
things that you never heard, like you
Yeah,
you missed
exactly.
certain
Well,
CDs.
songs,
See, I
yeah.
think that is
Right.
the
Different
detriment
albums.
of the way the music is today. Is
a lot of albums
once
you don't-
again, I love a lot of deep cuts, and a lot of people miss out on them because
'Cause
they
they
focus
can
on
pick and
just
choose.
they focus on the hits, or all they
Yep.
play is the hits, and there's a whole
Whole
world out there of music
Yeah.
they don't know.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much the reason for that.
And I say, yeah,
Learn.
there's like
It's like this is an assignment. No, this is what I do
This is-
daily.
6 to 10 other songs that are on that album.
Oh,
Right?
and you should do it for a band that you only have ever owned maybe one album
Yeah.
of, or no albums of, but you like certain songs of them. That's what you should
Lyle's
do.
listening to Johnny Horton now.
Oh, you're totally listening to Johnny Horton and
Or Michael Bublé,
or
or
Michael Bublé, or
But that's it.
you know,
But that's
Okay,
how you
I
get
haven't
into.
even listened to all of Michael Bublé.
me either.
Yeah, no. But that's interesting.
I just think that would be
No, I
interesting
think
to pick
that's a
one
great idea.
that you don't know well. I think that would
Yeah.
be even better.
Or you could do it like book club.
Oh, book club.
Yeah.
But you pick an
An
album as
artist.
a group.
Yeah.
An album, or you mean a band?
An artist or a band.
Well, an artist. Well,
Okay.
if like depending how you're gonna do it. Like I don't know if you're gonna do an individual album or if you're gonna do just an individual artist.
Oh, I think we should totally do it that way. That'd be so much fun.
Right? And then we each give our own opinions about that
whole
particular. Yeah. I like that idea.
I like that. That's even better.
it shows
Welcome
you
to our
appreciation.
podcast where we come up with ideas as we're talking to you.
But it's that
is how it
appreciation
goes.
of music, and we know that
Welcome
we
to
haven't
our
been able to
brainstorm
figure out
session.
an album. We can't figure out a song.
No.
So why don't we just listen to them and just
Deep dive.
just
into
enjoy
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Enjoy and
That
appreciate
sounds like a great idea.
appreciate what all these artists have done over the
Oh, yeah.
years, right?
Thinking about the assignment, great assignment. I'd love to do it. I'm also thinking though, you're gonna do it. You're gonna play the music, and of course, we all suckers for our phones. Oh crap! I missed that song.
Yeah, we
Damn
go
it!
back, go back and let's do it again.
Yep.
That was my favorite song.
That'd be
I
an
have to go back
interesting, project or
Yeah.
idea. So
I like
Lyle's
it.
giving us homework. That's just-
Everybody else out here that happens to listen to this, then try it.
Listening to
Yeah.
them from beginning
Yeah.
to end.
See,
Yeah.
but see, if you're going to do that and you're having our social media tie into it, it's almost, you throw it out to them,
Yeah.
to
That this
people
is the one
listening,
that we're listening to,
is
or whatever.
you come up
Yeah.
with a suggestion of what we should do,
Yeah.
and then we will have to. I don't know how we would. Logistics will
Yeah, we
figure
can-
it out later.
We can figure it out.
But
We'll
yeah.
just put
Have
it out
the-
there, like,
have
okay, we're gonna try this project about
Music
you know-
book club kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It said, okay, so throw out an artist that we should listen to.
From beginning to end.
I wonder if
Yeah.
we could do that on a live. And I'm just thinking,
Alive,
like,
how?
I don't know, but like you get like because we'll listen to it in our own time, and and you set a scheduled date
And go live on it then.
and go live talking
Yeah.
about it, allowing
People
people,
to
to,
comment.
interact and be involved. Because then people listening to us now, thank you for doing that. People listening to us now could also interact on the live show.
About
on
that.
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Plus, they could play at home as they can also listen to the album as well. Kind of do the same thing. Kind of put
Exactly.
it out as a group project for the world, and see how it could go.
See how it
I don't
goes,
know
yeah.
the logistics. I just an idea, man. I don't figure this stuff out.
Hey, you never
We'll leave
know.
that up to the tech person who
yeah,
is,
with me. Yeah.
yeah.
With my millions of other ideas. Stupid
Well, this
ideas
one's-
sometimes.
This
Not
one,
stupid.
no, this one's not hard though because we listen to music anyways. So
Yeah.
it's like, but you just have to like set aside the time to actually do it. That's the
Yeah.
like. Okay, now we have to do.
Well,
this.
but like I think you follow in the parameters of a book club is if you're going to do it, ask
Set
the
a-
question, set a date, everything like this, and
Yeah,
put
timeline.
everything into motion. So you have to listen to the album by this point in time,
Yeah.
and
Well, this is going to be albums though. That's the like.
We could do one album at a time or
We
whatever.
could do one, yeah.
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 Yeah. But anyway.
Because like I said, if we put it out there to the people and they say, okay, listen to this artist and this album, or even, if it's somebody who only has like a couple albums or whatever, we could do it that way too.
yeah.
But then you also gotta. It's the one thing I hate because I hate going into concerts now in the sense that we got to do a podcast on it because now I'm tempted to take notes while I'm doing it. It ruins the experience.
Well, don't do
Well, don't do it
Figure it
then.
out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get this idea. Anyway. Yeah, it was an
Alright.
interesting topic that I happened to see, and I know we could never answer it, but we just wanted to
worth
get
a shot.
people's
Wouldn't
everybody's
you have
point
been
of view.
shocked if we could answer it?
Yeah, I would have been, and I'm pretty
Considering
sure
we could
everybody
come
else
up with
would
a
have
favorite
too.
album.
Yeah.
Don't worry, be happy.
The birthday song, the happy birthday song. Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, we all sing it, so hey, there's got to be something there.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Tradition. All right,
Anyway.
with that, we will catch you on the B side.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. Please like and comment where you listen to the podcast. And make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Until next time.